This next game ended up on the top of a lot of lists for 2025 as one of the best games of the year. And it is hard to disagree with that, except perhaps for 1 point. Now, I played Moon Colony Bloodbath for the first time last Friday, and I played it twice, both times with the full amount of 5 players. You can see the little group here, you can see the setup. It wasn't a pub, it wasn't a terribly wonky table, which is the first thing I would advise is don't get a wonky table. But the principles of the game is that it is an engine building and engine losing game. And you use a shared deck, which you can just about see there in the middle. And gradually over time, you add more cards to that deck, depending on actions that all the players take. It's called Moon Colony Bloodbath for one obvious reason. You are trying to build up your population on your moon colony. And that would be easy if things didn't keep going wrong and killing all your colonists. And here's an example of that, is one of the repairs robots going mad and killing 4 people. And as the deck gets bigger and bigger, more bonuses, more deaths keep happening, and gradually your population starts to reduce, dwindle, and eventually gets completely wiped out. The winner of the game, one of these 5 scientists, is essentially the person with the most people left at the end of the game. And the end occurs when the first person loses all of their people, or you reach a certain point in one of the decks. And look, it is a lot of fun, it is frustrating, but it's quite funny all the way through. Just when you start to think you're getting ahead, all of a sudden a robot comes along and kills all of your inhabitants. And whilst it's really easy to see why it was on everybody's top 10 list of 2025, I think one of the biggest challenges we had is that with 5 players, a lot of cards start going into the deck quite quickly. And as more cards go into the deck, a lot of them are negative cards and starts damaging your habitat and your people. And also starts sucking resources away from you trying to keep those people alive. So I absolutely 100% recommend this game. I think it is a great game, but I would probably suggest that playing it with 4 players gives you a little bit more longevity than perhaps it does playing it with 5 players. There is also a solo mode as well, but I think playing it with maybe 3 or 4 is the best option for this game. And also it is not overly complicated to pick up. I actually watched a couple of YouTube tutorials before teaching everyone else around the table, and I would say that within, 2 or 3 hands, everybody has got it and everybody understands what's going on. That said, the more that you play it, I think there is a really key strategy in here to try and build up that colony as quickly as you possibly can before the robots are set loose.